bringing you some Legacy Elves this evening. Got everything up and running as far as notifications. Oh, there we go. Alright. Awesome. Welcome to the Time Vault Games stream. My name is Curran, and I'm here to bring you some Legacy Elves action this evening. We're looking at 2 leagues, probably, as usual. Hoping this time that we can get a double 5-0. That would be crazy, but we're gonna just play our best and be real good and see what we can do. Pull up this league page here. As you can see, I crashed and burned in my last league there, but that's alright. These things happen. So, okay. Join league. How loud is the iTunes right now? Okay, cool. Join league. Elves. Let's do it up. Definitely excited to see what the evening brings. Not a lot has changed. Actually, nothing has changed from the list I keep playing. I really like this list. I like where it's at right now. I like the balance that it provides. I still am not one of the subscribers to the 61 land list. I know that a lot of my friends, or a lot of my elven brethren are still liking the 61, but I'm just a fan of 60. Just a mathematics man. Got the wrong guy. Yeah, I did. Alright. Ooh. This is interesting. I'll try this. We can just fetch an Arbor, and still do like broken mana things on turn 2. If it pans out to go that way. Turn off auto reveal. Let's make sure I'm not a complete fool. We could also just get... Oh geez, I messed that up. Okay. That's fine. I probably didn't need to get that greedy. If my land was just going to get plowed, it would have been kind of silly anyway. So I'll fetch here. No reason to grab a black source main board. Cast a Visionary. Visionary on the stack. Visionary resolves, and we'll pass back to our opponent, who is on Tundra. Alright, looks like we're up against Miracles from what I can see going on here. I'm going to attack for 1, and we're going to see where that goes. What I'd like to do... Okay. What I'd like to do is just set up for natural order next turn, so I'm just going to play this guy down for right now, and we're going to pass. No reason to overextend in case, okay, so that guy got plowed, that's fine. Yeah, so they're in a pretty interestingly good spot. They haven't had to fire off any kind of cantrip yet, which is, like, slightly concerning. So I think what I'm going to try to do here is just jam a natural order into a Force of Will. Or pick him up on the stack, okay. Thank you, Adam and Megan. Okay, so goes down to 18. I'm pretty happy with this hoof being able to resolve. I didn't think we'd get that far. Like, I understand that there's gonna be a Snapcaster Swords to Plowshares play here or something, but like, there's still gonna be a significant amount of damage my opponent takes. And that's important because we can go long in this game plan, and we will go long in this game plan. So we're gonna get in for 6. I don't know. I don't see a block. Put him down to 11, and we're gonna be able to pass the turn. Still with Visionary in hand. So this is a Jace. But I can't help but feel like that doesn't, like, you know, do a whole lot. I would like to see a crop rotation, or a Pendelhaven. That's interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so we'll cast Visionary to start. Oh, man, you can't stop these ribs. These ribs are insane. You can't make them up, folks. Choose target creature. Bounce an elf. And I could keep going. 3. I should, just to protect both Visionaries. Sick. There's no point in playing a third one in case he does have a board wipe. No reason to attack here into a Snapcaster Mage. Let's see how this next turn shakes out. There is no Terminus. Not yet, anyway. We'll see a fetch from the other side. We'll see a Brainstorm, okay. So we're still digging for an out. Should have expected that. So okay, yeah, 1, 2. I mean, sure, I don't think that matters. Alright, sweet. We're in a really good spot for next turn now. So this is a council's judgment. I'm down to let... I'm gonna do this. One vote, two vote. It's gone. You have 3 mana removed to symbiote. I love that. Down to 9. And we're just gonna get done tapping limbs. Slightly obnoxious, but we do have another symbiote, so... Pop this off, grab a Bayou, so... Awesome. Healed. These rips are good. So our plan is to find Nissa in the Glimpse Chain, so we can regrowth Craterhoof and cast it. Let's do this. Always yes. We'll go 3 green. This is what we have to do until we find our way out here. There she is. Cool. Yeah, it takes a lot of clicking. My mic also may not be in the best position here. I'm trying to here, I'll put the mouse behind the microphone. There we go. Get a little bit better. Oh, hey, what's going on, Nathan? Is it pronounced Nason? Nation? Nathan? I don't actually know. But good to see ya. Thanks for tuning in. We don't need, if we need decay here. Yet we hadn't seen a counter. Nation. Ah, gotcha. Nation. Let's see. So they could have hate bears, they could have counterbalance, they could have mentor. Discard's pretty good though as well. So I'm gonna go. I haven't seen a permanent hate yet. Let me just cut this stuff that I definitely don't want post-board and make a decision based on that. Sentinels can go. So I'm gonna bring in. I'm gonna bring in a copy of a couple copies of Surgical to take out like Terminus when it happens. We can order a copy of Thoughtseize. I just don't know how valuable Decay's gonna be quite yet. So I don't know if I want it. Let's actually go. Let's go 2 copies of Thoughtseize, 1 copy of Surgical for right now. Actually, we'll do 2 of both by cutting a Curran Ranger. I won't bring in Decays until I am like guaranteed the hate bears or guaranteed the counterbalance. Thoughtseize is in the opener. It's a nice feel. So I can check right now. Counterbalance actually won't be super relevant because of that. So why don't I actually throw out a Death Right instead? I'll feel really silly if it gets countered, but I'll also be like, whatever. Yeah, I didn't think it would get countered. Brainstorm, okay. On our way to find something. Good thing I didn't fire off Thoughtseize on turn 1. They were holding up, they could have been holding up Brainstorm with the open mana. Yeah, it's not an EOT though. This one is main phase. It is his main phase. So he definitely held it for the right time. EOT, I agree with you though. EOT, whenever I see EOT like turn 1 Brainstorm, it's super questionable. Okay, cool. Feed Death Ray unless it gets plowed. I got plowed. But now the hand is open for interpretation. I like this play a lot because I feel like there's a lot of turn 3 things that can happen, and I'm not super interested in seeing what those are. Okay, so we misevaluated the deck entirely. It is a Stoneforge based deck, but a lot of our bring-ins are still pretty relevant. Can't say I care about the counter pieces. I'm actually debating between the Brainstorm and the Stoneforge. I think that I want Brainstorm more than I want Stoneforge. Stoneforge is like a predictable card to play against, where Brainstorm opens up a huge realm of possibilities. I'm going to fire off this green sun for 0 so we can still keep our ramp up and maybe lure out a force, which won't happen. So we'll pass it back to them. Volcanic Island, and I assume Stoneforge Mystic. Yep. Grab the best card, Umezawa's Jite. So I think we need to cast a Visionary. There's no guarantee that there's a... Oh gosh, I just played into Spell Snare, that was silly. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Wow, that was really bad. I'll just put this on Elf. So yeah, definitely a misplay on my part. I knew about Spell Snare, and I just aggressively tapped 2 for that Visionary. We could have been 1 card deeper, and it looks like we're going to have our board wiped by a resolved Jitte. But again, this isn't the end of the world. We did leave in Reclamation Sage, now wishing we had brought in Abrupt Decay. But now that we know what the matchup is, it's Game 3 is going to look a lot better, especially with us on the play, assuming that there has to be a Game 3. Again, I could just peel Rex Sage and be like completely fine, assuming that there's not a blue card. We're going to leave a counter on Jitte, and we're going to draw another land. Ugh, this is rough. I guess I'll get the free beat in. 3 point of damage, never hurt anybody. So back to them. Holding cards, which makes me think they've drawn a blue card for force. So it looks like they're trying to aggro. Oh, there we go. Looks like they're trying to aggro me out. What are we doing? Grab Bayou, untap, upkeep, draw. It's a Wirewood Symbiote that's not going to help us right now. We'll play this land and we'll pass turn. Part of me wants to grab Dryad Arbor just to thin the deck further, but you know, that might not be the best plan. I think I'm just stuck on top deck Rex Sage, because the Green Sun Zenith looks like it's going to be countered. Surgical Extraction's a pretty good pull, but it's not exactly what I need right now, obviously. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're not there yet. We're on our way, though. Hardcast Force of Will is now being represented. Let's see, so Heritage Druid, this is now representing 13 damage. Guess I'll drop this Cradle. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end up losing this one. The Jit got too far out of control. Unless our top deck is insane, of course, that would be ideal. If it's purely Rex Sage, we're in a fine position because the Rex Sage isn't going to get stopped by force. Part of me wants to fire off Surgical Extraction on a turn just to find out a little bit more about the deck, and I think that's what I'll end up doing. So I'm probably just going to fire it off on Swords to Plowshares. Sure. Stoneforge Mystic comes down, going a little bit wider in case we do top deck Rex Sage. I can understand and appreciate that for sure. So end step, let's go after Swords, and let's see the rest of the deck. Triple Force in hand, okay. Yeah, so it looks like they brought in some Supreme Verdicts, a Grim Lavamancer, a Ethersworn Canonist, and an Izzet Static Caster. That's pretty standard. Alright, top deck. It's not what we needed, so we're dead. Okay. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but, you know, at least we can make more proper boarding decisions now, and, like, that's valuable, especially on the play. Therapies as well. I like therapies in this matchup because you know exactly what they're grabbing up front. It's also good interaction. Can considering that this is Stoneblade. Oh, I don't want choke in this matchup. It's alright, but therapy's like more valuable. Plus, if you resolve choking correctly, they can just counsel judgment their way out. It's not my favorite. You know what? Let's do one. Let's do a 2-1 split. Yeah, okay. Let's do a 2-1 split. That's fine. Because I kind of like choke still. Like, especially after seeing like Mono Tundra and Mono Volcanic Island, it's like it's important. This hand's great. Keep this hand all day. Put this guy on Elf. Make a black mana, make a guy. Probably Sea Swords to Plowshares. Oh. Oh no, it's Grim Lavamancer. Perfect. We get to just handle this right up front. Cool. Good spot. Alright, sweet. So that's one of the hate bears we need to get rid of. Alright, so this hand is screaming, let's resolve Craterhoof Behemoth as soon as we can. I'm happy to oblige. So we'll play Heritage Druid. We haven't made a land drop yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab Decay out of my own graveyard. And we're gonna untap this man, bounce this. We're gonna go ahead and slam down a Symbiote. It's definitely a counter spell. Sure. Alright, we'll slam in for 2 then. Pass back. Part of me believes there's a Snapcaster being held up, so I'm not going to do any combat. Especially when we've got Hoof on its way. Brainstorm comes down, that's fine. So 3, yeah, I think we'll have Craterhoof next turn by my math, because we're going to fetch up a Dryad Arbor. And we're fading Supreme Verdict this turn, which is entirely important. My assumption is that they're digging up a counter spell again, or a Force of Will, or something to that nature. Chose not to shuffle, we'll drop a land. We'll go ahead and do an Eat at the end of turn, as damage is important, as per usual. No auto yields are off. We'll grab Brainstorm. If I can get a Snapcaster to resolve right now. Okay, we're gonna see a Plow. That's gonna have to be fine. Go ahead and pop off a fetch and grab my favorite guy. Glimpse of Nature, that's good. Go to combat. Now we'll just send all the guys, because I don't really mind trading with the Snapcaster with any of these dudes. Alright, put him 9. So Verdict's live. Okay, Brainstorm. Verdict is still live. I'm not worried about like a Stoneforge mistake. I've got Abrupt Decay for that. Canonist, okay. These things happen from time to time. I wouldn't mind Abrupt Decaying at end of turn. I think I'm gonna do that. Black. Just get it out of the way so we can keep the damage up. Cool. I'm gonna wait one more turn on this Glimpse, I think, because one draw is not like amazingly solid, and we know that this combat step's gonna resolve anyway, so if we can just get a little bit further. Ponder again, sure. Ponder is going to do something. Chose not to shuffle, drew a card, play a land. 4 mana represents Supreme Verdict. I was slightly worried about that, but not even all that much. We lost 2 guys for 1 card. See, we wouldn't have drawn out anyway, that's good to know. Now, actually, we have the opportunity to just fire off a Value Glimpse, just draw 1 card. It's like a build your own Elvish Visionary, except he has 2 power. Always yield. I probably... yeah, that's fine. And we're passing. At this point, we're just trying to deliver the last 6 damage. We're not trying to combo or do anything too cute. 2 cards in hand, we're just running them out of resources, essentially, until we can just win. Another Verdict. Wow. Alright, so we got through both. Gonna resolve a Visionary because it replaces itself. Alright, now we're in business again. Pass back to me, okay. We're still not in a like mana heavy area, so I'm gonna attack for 1. We'll just see how this goes. That resolved. We're in. I'm gonna try to resolve a Symbiote here. Alright, cool. This is going to mean hardcast Force of Will. We're still in business. I'm going to try to pop off this Glimpse. Okay, Snapcaster Mage comes down, targeting Counterspell, probably. Yep. That's completely fine. So, we're going to send our Visionary to combat. block happen. Alright, next we're going to present Quirking Ranger and Deathrite Shaman here. Because that's the quickest way to lethal at this point. We'll just be able to drain twice and attack for one, and that's going to be game. So we'll go for the first drain on Swords to Plowshares. This will also reveal if he has another Snapcaster Mage, and that's it. Alright, we're up. Ugh, not bad for misplaying and misboarding. So we get to move on to round 2. We do have one of the Elvish bros above me in trophies right now, JJKBB 2005. He's got 3 trophies, I only got 2, but it's alright, because he's a Forest bro. Hoping to join him in the rankings, but the dream is to get to 4 trophies in these 2 tournaments we play tonight. Can we do it? I don't know. Might be possible. That's what we're here to find out. Alright, I'm rather excited. Can I get a pairing now? Can that happen? Is that a thing I can do? I came here to play tournament magic, you guys. Oh well, at least it's still shorter than the rounds in GP, like, waiting for that nonsense. Alright, let's do it. Round 2. We're up against Epic Things. I hope they are epic. I'm excited. I like epic. This hand is, like, awkward. I don't love double glimpse, especially when we don't have another creature backing it and a hoof and opener. I'm gonna try a mulligan. Gosh. Now that hand looks good. Down to 5. 5's gonna have to cut it. This won't matter, we're fetching right up front, and we're gonna just green stuff for 0. This hand I actually really like more than that 7, because at least we have a copy of the Best Friends team, as well as just, you know, one actionable spell. Hey, what's going on, Alder? Thanks for tuning in this evening, man. So we're going to go ahead and just grab Dryad Arbor, and we're going to pass it back. So Bayou comes in, and we have a Thoughtseize. Alright, so the matchup is likely Turbo Depths, just based on the Bayou Thoughtseize. Could also be Jund, but I'm more inclined to think that it's Turbo Depths, which is just get Merit Lodge on the table ASAP. What are you doing over there in New York? You crazy, man. Thanks for tuning in, though. Yep. Lotus Petal also is a dead giveaway that it is Depths. So we're just going to resolve as many things as quick as possible, and just hope that we can stick Natural Order before they can stick Depths. So Thespian Stage comes down, we're going to probably see another, yep, okay, Duress does take Natural Order, we are on the beat plan, we are also praying that, okay, Expedition Map will be the card that finds, if we top deck Rex Sage, please, can we? That's not it, that's not Rex Sage. That would have been cool to cast Natural Order though, that would have been really good. So we'll play this and we'll just get in for 3. Whoa, really? That's dope! You just on vacay or what, man? That's awesome. Stephen Colbert and Hamilton. That's sick. Alright, so, map's gonna be cracked off to grab your depths, but we'll still have another 2 turns functionally. Yeah, that's sick. Okay, so Depths comes down here, but with Thespian Stage tapped and all of that, we do have a couple turns here to find our way out. That's not going to be it. So we're going to crack in for 3 more. And we're going to fetch a Dryad Arbor off this and just pray that we rip a Visionary, a Zenith, there are a lot of things we could still actually rip to win this game. But the first step is grabbing Dryad Arbor to maximize creatures and mana. Alright, rip live. It's a Glimpse of Nature. Now, funny enough, that's not actually that bad. So what we do here... start with a Glimpse. We play this Heritage Druid and we see where it takes us. We also wait for our opponent to see what happens. I wish I had bounced this Druid at the end of turn, now that I think about it. There's no reason I shouldn't have. Well, I guess if I had top decked a, it would have been 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I would have needed Druid down in order to hardcast Hoof, so... Or Green Sun Zenith. Sure, you can make it 20/20, that's fine. It's not going to be relevant right now. Whether we combo or not. So... Depths makes Depths. Whoa, we're mad stacking here. Crop row. Grabs Ghost Quarter. Okay. Probably gonna go after my Cradle, in which will make 3 mana in response, obviously. We'll get to thin the deck a little bit further. 20/20 comes down. Glimpse trigger resolves. We draw a Query Ranger. So 3 mana uncool. Let's go 2 mana uncool. Always yield. And that's the end of the glimpse chain. With no way to gain life, we are dead. We've already used symbiote. Yeah, there is no out here. So what we'll do is we'll go to combat, and we'll make sure that he knows how to click through an attack step properly. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're dead. That's all she wrote. So we'll go to game 2. Turbo Depths, not a favorite matchup. Sometimes you can get incredibly lucky, but you know, I think game 1's always kind of real sketch. But with the ability to bring in like Caracas and a couple of others, the Scavenging Ooze as well, it actually increases matchup chances quite a bit. I'll cut the Nissa and the Rex Sage because they're the most util, but we're just racing. So we'll see how this game 2 goes. Yeah, not a huge fan of the matchup, but I've definitely won it before. It can happen with the right hand. But they got a lot of consistency on their side, and a little, in a lot of cases, a little bit more speed as well. That's one foil green something that bothers me. Why is that there? Let's see. At least we got the right symbiotes. Right visionaries. I'm not a man who likes like foil pimpitude necessarily. My paper deck is all foreign, because I really like that look a lot. But yeah, as for like foiling and everything, that's a common mission among Elves players to get all foils and everything. I started that trek, and I got like, I don't know, 25% of the way there, and then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? This is a complete money sink. I can't bring myself to do it. There's Caracas. So I totally backed out. I think I am gonna Zenith for 0 since we have a couple copies in hand. It's a good start. It's guaranteed ramp, as Deathrite without a fetch land is not. Could say the Zeniths, but also Duress exists in the matchup. I don't know what would possess them to keep it in, but I've seen these things, so you know. Alright, green slip for 0, grab Dryad Arbor, and pass turn. We're in the beginning of something or other. Don't know. Open the dashboard this time. Duress resolves. See, I told you it would be there. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry, I'm like trying to fix something here. got the dashboard up properly. Okay. Draw step. It's another land. Everybody acts surprised and stuff. I'm just kidding, I'm not surprised. So we'll play Deathrite Shaman. Kinda wanna pocket these Squaring Rangers, because well, I guess we'll just throw one out in case we need the additional ramp. But I just don't see a world where I need that up front. I kind of want to hold them in case I draw a Glimpse, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to attack for 1. Well, actually, so Curran Ranger gets multiple Deathrite activations. Now that I think about it, but I want to fetch a second Dryad Arbor. I'm gonna hold this turn, just because Deathrite's not active. Elves Spirit Guide entered the zone. We were resolving a 2-mana spell of some sort. It's a Sylvan Scrying. So we were digging up the depths, the whatnot, the craziness. Expedition map. Alright, so it looks like we're on Hex Mage here. Good for combat. We'll play 1 Ranger down. And that's turn. Depths comes down naturally. So this might be a dig for a stage. Oh, he had Elvish Mystic. Or, I'm sorry, not Mystic, Spirit Guide. Ta-da. This guy right here. I don't know why it's showing over there, but it's right here. For some reason the full screen was happening all the way over there, and I don't know why. So he could still crop row here. So I think I do have to drop Caracas and accept my fate. And just hope that it's good enough. Of course, we'll start with a Visionary. To see if we can draw, like, Natural Order and just be done with the game. That cookie did not crumble the way I wanted it to. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to force an attack. And see if I can get him to pop it to block. So him not popping it to block makes me think he doesn't have it. He crop rows and he grabs stage. He can tap 1/2, end stage, and activate. We can still... This is actually kind of weirding me out a little bit. I wish I had a creature in the graveyard. Is it Caracas or is it not Caracas? I see the map. Alright, I'm taking the risk. And that, quite honestly, is game. Jeez, that's really unfortunate. So, yeah, with no creature in the graveyard, there's nothing we can do to gain the life back and get back in. So we're just gonzo. Had I played Caracas there, I wouldn't have died. I was just assuming that the map was his only method to getting there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we'll go 1-1. Tapping my microphone like something, I don't know. Oh, and you guys are probably familiar with that at the end of each event, I don't really crack chests. I just usually pawn them off and get the money. But I've changed my ways. I'm starting to crack chests that I have with, and I'll definitely be doing that on stream this evening with any chests that I may or may not win. So we can see some cool prizes. I grew the account enough that I feel comfortable popping the chest, so it'll be a little bit more of a payoff in that regard. So 1-1, not a bad start, not at all. We can definitely pull out the 4-1 and see where that goes. Jordan, why do you only have one trophy, bro? Damn. Alright. Definitely excited to see what we see next. Whatever it might be. So. Alright, we are waiting for round 3. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome. Made the chalice for 1. What a guy. He just pops in and out. He's like, yeah. And these queue times are the worst. So, hoping for another blue matchup. Those are my favorite. Alright, definitely excited to get paired. It could happen at any time, any day. Locate that opponent. Guess I'll pull up the deck. This is what I should have been doing during the process. Of course, as soon as I do, it's like, an opponent's ready! I promise! $16 km. How awkward, bro. Alright. Sand seems quick. It's got stuff. It's got things. $16 km is from the Elves Discord, as I'm sure a lot of you and the viewers know. So we're on a mirror, on a wing and a... Whoa. He doesn't know that I'm on, if I'm on Elves. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be a good game of Magic. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This band is awesome that we're listening to right now that just came on. Their name is Myth of I. They're based out of Boston. They're a personal friend of mine. Check them out if you like metal, because they are insanely talented. So, yeah, had to throw in that shameless plug. Love those guys. What in the world are we doing, 16 km? Why have we strayed so far away from the truth? Why must you do this to me? Here you go, buddy. Well, I have no idea what you are on. So, that's probably good. My assumption is Enchantress, and I'm just gonna bring in Decays, I guess. Got the usual suspects. Opponent was losing. What's interesting, and I don't know if you heard me when I said this, but my opponent is part of the Elves Discord thread, so he's mainly an Elves player, but he's definitely up to some shenanigans this evening. I'm gonna bring in these Decays, and I'm gonna bring in this Rex Sage. I don't even know if Decay's like super good against Enchantress. I think I might actually like Thoughtseize more, to be completely honest. Thoughtseize will also reveal some information about the deck. I'll leave in one Decay, in case it ends up being relevant, but it's definitely awkward, because I don't know exactly what he's up to. This hand's great. I mean, outside of whatever's going on over there. I'll keep. Alright, well, Thoughtseize is now lame. Enchantress. I was right. I was right the whole time. Alright, now we're just gonna go absolutely absurd. This is gonna go down this way. I'm sorry in advance. I have 3 symbiotes. This is absurd. You can watch this later, 16 km, and when you see this, you're just gonna be like, what happened? You know, and that's a fair question. What did happen? Something happened. Yeah, I'm leaving an Easter egg for you, buddy. Those were all in hand. So, you know, whatever. Alright. I'm good here. Your go. Actually, you know what? Get in for 2. That's just how I feel. I left you an Easter egg. If you go back and watch this later. Oh man. I honestly love all the guys on our Discord. They're all like super happy-go-lucky dudes. We're all so supportive of each other. Alright. Presence is pretty good. But does it beat Green Sun Zenith? X is 8. Done. Always yes, always heal. Oh, are you gonna let me swing? Awesome. Straight away from the true green combo deck. Try out this. Honestly, Enchantress is a sweet deck. I was actually just watching a video about Enchantress before this stream tonight, and I like the deck, but I just don't think it's like entirely competitive. I don't know. It could go far, but it could certainly 5-0 a league. What do you mean, what? It's not competitive? Look, man, I had a friend who played Enchantress for a very long time, and he did not like it in a competitive standpoint. He was like, if I go to a Grand Prix... Hold on. How far do you and Enchantress go back? That's my real question. Really? At what? No, I'm dead ass curious. That's cool. CK1K? Nice. Yeah, that's a big room. And I mean, like, Seattle's full of talented guys and stuff like that. That's awesome. I I just have never really heard about Enchantress doing well. There's a stream where I punt my win in it. That's the worst. Jeez, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not competitive. You know what? I do feel bad for saying that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a very good impression of the deck, I guess. This hand is, wow. This hand can resolve Nissa, maybe. It's got Curran Ranger. You know what? That's fine. Solnox goes hit 6. That's true. That's true. You're absolutely right, Brandon. Enchantress is really fucking cool. I can't deny that. There's no way I will deny that, because it is a really, really cool deck. I agree. Alright, Solnox, what you got for me? Fetch Bayou, play Deathrite Shaman. Fetch Forest, play Deathrite Shaman. Oh, is it mirror time? It's mirror time. This is that thing I was talking about. It's called the mirror. It's what I was expecting last round when I saw 16 km come across the screen, but, you know, dreams or something. So, we're gonna go to combat now, I think. Because I don't see us. Player Ranger. Always yes, always healed. Bounce and Heritage. 3, 2, 1. Yep, cool. So Cradle would be ideal. I assume we're up against Elves. We're not. We're actually not. That's a knight. That's a lot better. Huh. Whew. Wipe the sweat from my brow, am I right? So let's add 3 green. Let's play out Wirewood Symbiote. Let's go ahead and untap Heritage Druid, bouncing Elvish Visionary. Let's go ahead and go up to 5 green. Let's resolve Visionary. 3 green. Cradle, awesome. 8. With Nissa coming down, we get a concession. Okay. So we're up against Maverick. Abrupt Decay is relevant. Scavenging Ooze can be relevant. Outside of that, I don't really see anything else that might be relevant. I don't think I've jotted any notes down about what I like doing against Maverick, because it's not one of the matchups I commonly run into. I did not. So we'll just have to make cuts based on whatever. So probably just go to Nettles, because they're not amazing. I don't know how I feel about Nissa in this matchup, honestly. I think it's probably just a little bit Winmoorsy. I think we're just trying to purely combo, and I'll cut a Quarian Ranger as well. Actually, I don't even know how much I like Ooze. It definitely eats the lands out of his graveyard for, it does a few things. We can just submit and see what's going on. Caracas Fortigue. It's a fair point. I'll think about it next time. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep this hand. Our opponent rolled down to 6, grabs one sweat, passes back to us. We're gonna open on a D3 Xiaomin. Thalia doesn't matter as much to me, unless it's the 3-drop Thalia, and we have no way of confirming whether that's played yet. This could also be DGA, or Dead Guy Ale, but we're not there yet, so... So we can go land, Deathrite. I think I want to save this, pass it back. This gives us an opportunity to learn a little bit more about what's going on in this matchup. It's not DGA because of Knight, now that I think about it. Yeah, this looks like oh, that's a good one. It's not too shabby. I think I'm just gonna barf out a bunch of guys. I haven't made a land drop yet. Awesome. Should be good to go for next turn as long as we can dodge a Thoughtseize. We didn't dodge Thoughtseize, no! Alright, bye Crater Riff. Rip. Yep, there's that Wasteland. This Scooz is in a good position though to just start whacking. Don't have a land in the yard. I could throw the Cradle out and like bait a Wasteland to be able to start using black mana. Because I don't see a way. I could offer the trade as well. Yeah, I think I want the black mana. Okay, we'll grab up this one. We'll just get rid of Leovold right now. End step. In a pretty good position here. Just riding Ooze up. Guess we'll just eat some yard then. still have a bunch of mana and nothing to do with it. So we'll pass back. Interesting board state. We're definitely more favored because of how live our top decks are versus their top decks. Plus, we have Deathrite Shaman advantage with Curran Ranger out on the table. I don't think I care about that. Sure. Birds of Paradise, great. Nothing to do but pass back the turn. Deathrite Shaman being a 1/2, and this is one of those times where it's a little bit annoying. Can I find a win? Hey, that's a card. Hey. Like, I just can't, like, favorably trade, and so it's weird and awkward, and I think, again, my top decks are going to be a lot more stronger than whatever they top deck. Sure, you got my Heritage Druid for the cost of some life. Alright. Sure, apply my death rate, that's fine. I have a way to protect it. Still heavily advantaged here at any point in time whenever a win condition would like to show up. Totally down. Getting to the point where Pendelhaven would do just about as much damage. Sure. Oh, Stoneforge. Well, at least birds can't deal damage in the air. We still have a Fog Blocker on the ground. Jit is not going to be as relevant as he's hoping it'll be here. This is all fine. The birds cannot deal damage. Yep, we're going to do a check on my knowledge of how Curran Ranger and Dryad Arbor work in this scenario. Oh, that's the wrong equip. Okay. Sure. And now we have a second one for insurance. Any day now. Alright, so here's how that works. We're gonna go to block. We're gonna block here. We're gonna bounce. Your Jit does not trigger. There we go. A Zenith for 3 will see a Knight of the Reliquary probably. Or a Leovold. Either one. That's a Squib Ranger. There we go. Alright, now we're actually preparing a way to whittle me down. Can I get an answer? That's a good card. Okay, we're still living in awkward land where Jit gets to connect and take out both our heritage druids, but we still have a ton of mana coming up for this Glimpse of Nature. I have to imagine that heritage druid is going down. Sure. Surprisingly, we won't see any deaths yet, and that's gonna actually just end everything, right? So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't see why not. Yep. Alright, 3 and 1. Live for 4-1. I want the 4-1 more so I can crack some chests on stream and have a little bit of fun there. But I won't mind if I lose either, because at least it'll be a rebuy. Which is the expectation, the minimal expectation we need to be having. Thanks again everyone for tuning in for this first league. There will be a second one. Thank you, thank you. All I needed to do was top deck for the longest time there, and we eventually accomplished our mission. So, always good. Alright. Trying to bring in that 4-1. Alright, final match of this league. Against Soul Nox yet again. League re-entry, that's what it does to you. Stop maxing. Jeez. Oh god, the whole screen's broken. Come on. Oh lord. Alright, sweet. Jeez. Okay, same matchup, mulligan. And we'll keep. On the draw, we don't need an additional copy of that, so we'll go ahead and ship it. Green sub for 0. Alright, so knowing that they play Wasteland, we'll just grab a DRS. Elves twice in a row. I'm sure that he's not incredibly stoked for it. Not as stoked as me. But I've lost this matchup too, so I mean, you know, I'm not counting anything out. I think I am just gonna green some for a Visionary here. Let's see what that brings me. Okay. Send it back. Green Senzienth comes down. Grab Leovold. Yep. So drawing a bunch of cards is off the table. Another Death Ray. Pass it back. Yeah, same opponent. We did get paired against him again. Ooh, Pendelhaven is interesting, but it doesn't really merit anything. Let's throw it out. Last turn. We're just kind of standing here again, trying to figure out what we're going to top deck to get out of this. Can't be Glimpse of Nature. Sure. Whatever. Come on, Ian. Nope. Okay. I don't know why he's not putting pressure on, because I definitely win the top deck war versus whatever is going on over there. I'm gonna play this other Death Red Shaman. We'll just keep this up for a little while. Like, the Visionary is not gonna draw me any additional cards with Leovold in play. I'm gonna be bringing in Karakas this time. Alright, so pro green. Looks like we are taking the beat train, realizing that's what he needs to be doing. Pendelhaven's down. Ghost Quarter is still there. I wonder what the Ghost Quarter decision is for, exactly. That's interesting to me. Gaia's Cradle, that would be one thing it would be there for. I'm not going to play that until it's 100% necessary. I'll throw this Nettle Sentinel out, I guess. We still, I mean, there's not a lot of point to pocketing these creatures, I guess, because of Leovold shutting off any kind of draw engine. Mother of Runes gives protection to Leovold. Leovold gets in for 3. This is what he should have been doing starting a couple turns ago. It is a Ghost Quarter, which caused me some genuine confusion as well. And Step. We have to eat lands because you're making me do it. Okay, any draw here, like, jeez. Alright, so we got a bunch of guys on the table, he's got a bunch of guys on the table, but his guys get to swing past mine, which is incredibly powerful. Would love to draw a Zenith, a Natural Order, a Craterhoof Behemoth. We could have gotten there faster if Leovold wasn't in play, of course, but here we are. Alright, our turn. Crop rotation's not going to do it either. Come on. Okay, well, pass it back. I guess. This is awful. I could probably actually just start attacking at this point. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Send. Hell, we'll even send that. Having not made a land drop yet. So what? I think we need to fade like one more turn. Level did a lot of work in this matchup for him. No blocks I can make here. Down to 1. Sure. Basically my last turn to have anything. And there it is. Could not have timed that better myself. He's like, fuck, didn't you draw it? They didn't fetch. We had death rights up, so fetching would have mattered there. God, that was so close. That was like dangerous. I don't even love scavenging ooze after that last game. I'm gonna bring Caracas instead, and bring out a Nettle Sentinel. Even 2 Nettle Sentinels is fine to cut here. Liking Rex Sage. Yeah, we did win that game. We did top deck Natural Order just in time in order to seal the win. Alright, yeah, Caracas definitely comes in after that last game where I was just like, I could literally win if Leovold was not in play. At any time, like, the Wirewood Symbiote would have been insane, we would have dug so much deeper, so much faster, and been done with that game so much sooner, rather than sit there and go, oh god, I only have one more turn, I'm going to die. That's what's going to happen now. Okay, yeah, keep. It's got everything. It's got everything. Keep. The molds for this guy have been very unlucky too. He's molded to 6 in every game we've played so far. Planes into Mother. Arguably the best. We'll start with Heritage Druid and pass back. I don't actually see Heritage Druid living for too much longer, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and fetch anyway. We'll grab Visionary. And we'll pass turn back. Your go. Alright, in a pretty sweet position. Liking it a lot. Let's get that end of turn Containment Priest. It's Swords to Plowshares. Heritage Druid is gone. I was kind of expecting that. I was ready for it. Ghost Quarter, nice and on time. Coder comes down. Oh, I guess we don't need to Zenith for that anymore. So now we can actually Zenith for 1, grabbing Heritage Druid, play Cradle, play Visionary, add the mana on table, 3 green, play Wirewood Symbiote, untap Visionary, targeting Visionary, play Visionary, have a Curran Ranger on deck, ready to go. Cradle's gonna get freaking booped by that Ghost Quarter, but we are ready for that. That happens. Thoughtseize doesn't stop us either. If we were top deck champs, I will argue we would have won much earlier. We're not champs at it, but we're not the worst at it either. Alright. This game is going to basically hinge on how he plays out this turn. That's what I expected. We already have our basic forest, so no, we won't use the ability. Follow-up play is going to be... I understand Knight has some option. Okay, Knight no longer has options. Are we getting a second black source? Okay, so we're filling Knight's cup up. Oh, we're just gonna see a Leovold. Okay. Yeah, that happens. I mean, it definitely looks like we're digging. So we can play out double QR, just 3 mana. QR also helps with those extra untaps. And that's it. Woo! 4-1, not bad. That's better than our usual 3-2 start. And now we get to crack some chests. Our only loss was to Turbodepths in that match. Otherwise, or in that league. Otherwise, we beat Maverick twice. We beat Enchantress. Ripped to 16k. I'm on that one. Love that dude. I don't even know him, but he's still fam. And then we beat Stoneblade in round 1. So let's crack some chests. Open one at a time. That's how you gotta do it. 30 play points. Engineered might take into custody. I gotta open those player rewards at some point. Chests. Charter Course is a great magic card. No rare? Wow, rip. Alright, we're gonna take a break from those while I just rip these open real quick just to see what player rewards I got. Go for the throat. Sweet. Oh! Uh-oh. Someone just got replaced. And Chittering Rats. Alright, open one. Armament Master. And Pain Seer. Awesome. Open that next one. We got Knight of Souls Betrayal. The enemy. The complete enemy of Legacy. It's actually the enemy of me, I guess. We got Dolmen Gate. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Nice. So what you're saying is I could like stop a Kozilek's Return or something in combat step? 20 play points, Crashing Tide, and Heckmoss Sentinels. Possibility Storm, so flavorful. Imaginary what? Threats? That's what I want my opponent to play. Imaginary threats. And finally we open a Lunar Mystic and some cards. Ugh, not very profitable on the chest, but hey, you know what? That's fine. They're fun to open. But hello, baby. That's sweet. Goodbye. Hello. There we go, I fixed it. I updated the deck. Ashen Baron? I don't think I have any Ashen Barons. Looks like I didn't crack any Ashen Baron. Let me double check by just typing Ashen this time. No. No Barons, no Barons. Let's go ahead and throw into that next league. I am going to use the bathroom before the next league because, you know, I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't feel like a common should be spendy, especially considering that I don't even know. Submit Elves, 120 play points. Alright, so I am going to use the bathroom. I will be right back before we begin our next round. Let me go ahead and throw in 0-0. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, man. Back to it.
Did you get that
Thanks, man. Okay. Re-equip. And let's get back into it. Okay, so Ash... I did want to re-verify because he had it wrong. It was Ash Baron. Which I did open one. I don't know how much that's worth, but yeah, I did crack one of those guys. I'll get back to that later, though. Gotcha. Okay. So with a 4-1 start, we'll hop into our next tournament here. I'll get started right away. Alright. Played this guy before, I can't remember what he's on though. Oh, look at that beautiful Rex Sage. Showed right up. Was like, hey, remember me? I do remember you, Reclamation Sage. Alright. Do like this hand. I hate this hand. I'm just kidding. We do have Rex Sage main. Look at you. You're so beautiful right now. Oh, I just remembered. This is Eldrazi. When I see the cards, it starts to make sense. But this is a unclaimed territory, like Sky Spawner. It's kind of an interesting build, as I recall. Though this will probably just be a... Oh, wow, oh, no, it could be Steel Stompy. Oh, that would be rad. I haven't gotten the chance to play against Steel Stompy yet, and I'm curious to see how that matchup is. It's a relatively new deck. It was debuted in my experience by Mike Kiesel this weekend at the Legacy Preservation series, where he ended up getting first on the Saturday event, which had 72 players. It was beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely Steel Stompy. There it is. There's the Arcbound Ravager. So, Rex Sage is going to have to set us free from this Chalice. I don't know how this matchup goes. The only match I got to witness was Randy Yao or Bogasort on the event, or on the Discord, play against us in the finals, and unfortunately lose in a close 3 games. But the deck looks sweet. Alright, so let's capitalize. Let's start with this card. This and this are going to be an insane combo together. Set my people free. Let my people go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, with Wirewood Symbiote, this will start to get pretty gross. Just being able to nip everything in the bud before it gets a little too crazy. So, here is the problem. If he sacrifices... Okay. We could actually just Glimpse instead, which is going to be better just based on the clock and how much we actually have to deal with here. Because this is an insane amount of power coming at us. I'm hoping we can draw a Heritage Druid or a Cradle to enable and keep going. Because bouncing Rex Sage back and forth is not going to be very good. I mean, it'll be okay, but it's like, it's pretty sketch. We do get a lot of draws, though, once we fire off Glimpse of Nature. Sure. 13. Virtual Rangers is an enabler, though. Let's get started. This is great. This is exactly what we need to be doing this turn and right now. If I can actually just get to the point where I can just make enough mana to be able to just Zenith out a hoof, that would be the most ideal. Add a green. Symbiote. Six, seven, 8. So 8 mana. Bounce. 9 mana. Okay, we should win here. Alright, cool. So that's game 1 against Steel Stompy. Being new to the matchup, I have to assume that Abrupt Decay is probably just our best card. Being able to take apart Jits and things of that nature. Nissa is probably not great because we're just trying to be quick. Because it's a Chalice deck, I'll just pull a couple Sentinels. And we'll get started. Steel Stompy right up front. What a matchup, what an opportunity. I do wish I had a copy of Bane of Progress now, or Creeping Corrosion, all dope. But Bane of Progress is probably better because it's grandson of Bull. That's super cute. It's a 6-drop. I mean, how do you stop that? So dope. I don't play 61 cards. I don't subscribe to it. I'm not sold. I get it. I understand why people are sold, but I am not personally sold on it. I can't be a fan. I'll keep this because even if he does have Opener Chalice, we still have a game plan, and they don't have any discard to my knowledge. We also have the black mana for Decay. Alright, Hangerback Walker on turn 1 is much less scary than a Chalice on turn 1, so we're going to go ahead and capitalize while we can. It's also not walking ballista, which is a big deal. So 4 mana is now available. Alright, Arcbound Ravager. Going for some kind of aggression. Vault Scourge, yep. So it looks like we're getting to be able to be free to combo. I want something a little bit crazier going on. I think I could just deploy an Arbor and this Metal Sentinel. It's a little awkward, but it's not. That whole hand is coming out, so, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, to say the very least. Vault Scourge gets in for a beat. 1 card left in hand. Coming down now. It's Ensnaring Bridge. That's interesting. Glimpse of Nature is actually a really sweet rip. We're gonna try to draw to a Rex Sage or something. Nice. Visionary draws Zenith. Yes. Alright, cool. We're gonna buy our way out of this next turn. So I guess the plan is, can he combo? I don't think he has a combo. Sure. Okay, yeah, no combo this turn. Post-combat, the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. Okay, so now we can Green Sun Zenith for Heritage Druid first. Create a little bit more mana. 3 green. 4th green. Rex Sage comes down. Guess we'll start with Jit. Can I win right here? 1, 2. Oh wait, no, I still need to destroy Ensnaring Bridge. What a nightmare. I haven't made a land drop actually, I just realized that. Can I fetch 3 green, 4th green. Oh, these are all pretty important. But I guess I'll get rid of Dryad Arbor since there's no way we can untap it. And that's game. Huzzah! Alright, awesome. Okay. So that will be the first match of this league. If you're just tuning in, we ended the first league 4-1. So it's been a very good night for us so far. Ooh. Alright, definitely excited to see what the next round brings. Man. That Rex Sage was a lucky Rex Sage. We opened with it in game 1, and it, like, kind of mattered. Oh, Watsy boy. What's up, Watsy? Andy S. Alright, Andy. Do you play Legacy? Are you here to play with me? Good, because I'm ready to play. Let's keep. Alright, Watsy, Andy, what you got? Mox Diamond. Alright, looks like we're up against lands. One of my not most favorite matchups in the world. I'm not sure if he was considering throwing a Punishing Fire at me. Oh, he's just roaming. Okay. Step 1. Establish Nettle Sentinel. That's the best. Alright, so Depths, Maze, and Wasteland off to have some fun tonight. What are we doing? Alright, we also have a Wasteland that we're just pawning. See, I was trying to tempt Ghost Quarter by fetching Bayou. Wow. We are on the tear that is... How good? How good? Alright, so we'll get a basic forest. And we'll run out a Green Ranger. Pass back. So no Grove yet. I think this might be over already. Because he can just keep melting my guys now with no recourse. I could attempt to make land drops and like try to green sun a Rex Sage out of him, but like that's asking for death at a certain point. There's Molten Vortex, just to add to the pressure. Oh, and stage. These are the most insane rips. My lord. Okay, low in depth, so the last card's in hand. Them rips are good. Alright. Oh, land drop, perfect. That's sure. He'll lose this game probably. It'll be insane if we somehow put a win together out of it, but yeah, that draw was absurd. You know, that's just how the game works sometimes. Not really anything you can do about it. He might be going for an exploration here. Yep. Was an exploration he was after. Getting to play with Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter my forest. How about... no, go away. Do have one forest, one bayou, one dryad arbor. Let's get crazy. Sure. I don't think there's much I can do. Elves, has a problem unless they can Green Sun for Rex Sage or Rex Sage it out. Post-board it's a lot better because we also get to bring in Decay, but it can be problematic, yes, on the other side of the coin there. Get one back, make a bunch of land drops. Man, how do I get out of this? Alright. Just put a bunch of things on the table and see what goes down, right? Lamps. Symbiote. Elysia. Can't make a land drop. Alright. Okay, so waiting on our friend to decide how he wants to play. This turf. I have created a weird situation, I suppose. So, Life in the Loam. Probably place. Okay. Alright, yeah. Waste my cradle. Kill my Dryad Arbor, leave me with one land. Very good play. Punishing Fire is picked up. We're passing back. Putting up a hell of a fight here. I don't know. Both Dryad Arbors are down. Bayou is down. One Forest is down. Leaving one Bayou left to fetch. Get some beats in. Beats by me. Alright, draw step. Blow him up. Yup. Those of you who weren't tuned in earlier, for those of you who aren't tuned in earlier, this band that's playing right now, that just came on, Myth of I. If you like metal, check them out. Based out of Boston, good friends of mine. I will shamelessly promote them because they're my friends, and they deserve recognition for their talent. Alright. Yeah, I'm about done with this game, honestly. He's just putting together the longest win. But clock's relevant, so can't stop necessarily. I know that the game is very boring, but bear with me. I want my opponent to actually win. You know, instead of just sit here and pretend like, you know, what he's doing is okay. We're getting that chip damage in, you know. We're sending the message. Yeah, fair enough. Agrolome, I think, is... Yeah, I think it's... I like that deck better, personally, as well, just because I think it's, like, a cool deck, but... yeah. Can you just put the Sage down already? For the love of God. I am out of lands, I'm out of resources. Time to pay more costs, I guess. I tune in just to see the lands matchup. Sad. Well, next time, don't tune in so late. You missed a 4-1 run in the beginning. You jerk. Alright, not this again. I mean, he has definitely gotten rid of both of our forests and one of our bayous. This is like actually our last initial land. I'm holding this heath up for intimidation factor. It's gone. We actually have no more mana. We have cradles. I'm gonna keep this BS up until he decides that he wants to win the game. No audio? What do you mean, no audio whatsoever? Why can't you hear me, jerk? Turn your sound on. Make the green prayer. How does that look exactly? Does it look like... You know what? I don't know where the expert is. Holy crap, he killed my last thing, you guys. Let's see how long it takes him to win the game. You are a WotC employee. Like, you should be killing me faster. Existence is pain. We'll work on it. Are you the expert? Shouldn't I be asking, like, Daniel about this at this point? I feel like he knows a lot about the green mana. It's still going to take him 2 combat steps to kill me. I wasn't cracking that fetch. What, you think I'm silly? Nice 2020, dude. We're still in end step. This is painful. It's like painful because I see imminent death over there, but I'm also at 21. And I can't help but feel that I want to take an attack from Merit Lodge and be like, what are you talking about, man? Hello? Oh, right. That's right. That's how we lose that. You need to sign language. Can you, like, legit not hear me? Like, it's just you, I'm pretty sure. Everyone else can hear me. I'm texting you. Alright. Whoa, did I just hit submit? Hold on. No. Submit again. Ooh. Oh. Okay. He's just got his thing on mute. He's just messing with me. Alright, cool. Submitted the right deck. We'll keep here. You big trickster. You're not sorry. Don't have to lie to me. I do want to try it. Really? Naturally open tabernacle. Yeah, I'll pay 1 for Nettle Sentinel. This guy's a jerk. What a jerk. Oh, go to combat. Just have Tabernacle. You're so good. Ugh. He's Parwatsi, he's cheating. Bye, Tabernacle. Bye. Go away. Alright, what do you got for me? Show me what's really up. It's this Ancient Tomb coming down for Sphere. God, please let it be Sphere. Oh, that's not good. Come on. I got the Zenith, man. Your play is weak. Alright, let's go to combat. We didn't board out Rex Sage because we don't suck. Tireless track? It's just gonna replay Tabernacle. No, not even. Burn my guy. Oh, now Tabernacle. Actually, he should be wasting me first. Was there a wasteland? I don't even know. Okay, Tabernacle, that's fine. Cradle just gets to auto pay for everything. Okay, so we're gonna curve through. Draw one more card. It's fine. Blow him up, sure. Got some different plays he can make. He's got Glacial Chasm as well, so he can just stop us from doing any combat, which is probably one of his land drops. I have to believe that he's going to waste Cradle and drop Chasm and leave me to pay for my stuff, in hopes that I can get through at some point. Let's see if he sees a different line. Alright, yep, it starts with Loam. First land drop is Wasteland. Waste my Cradle. Second land drop is Glacial Chasm, so he doesn't die. Sacking Ancient Tomb probably. Go to my turn. So we're gonna keep all our 2 power guys around. We're gonna let the Rangers go down. Yes, 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 yes. Oh. Weird. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Yeah, we don't need to attack it. We'll go 3. So he gets 2 turns functionally. Wasteland number 1. Bye 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 you. Wasteland number 2, bye 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 you. Really needs to find Ghost Quarter. We'll fetch on turn and get a basic forest. Stack it. Oh. Go. Fade last turn. I guess he can keep playing Chasm. I'm collecting enough to redo the roof linings of inside my car. I love me some Shaman of the Pack. Yeah, so he can keep replaying Chasm, I guess, if he wants to, but it's just kind of a weird thing. Like, it's his only choice to keep living, but he loses lands. He doesn't net them. Sure. 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 Well, I guess it doesn't matter. He can just do that forever until we draw Surgical Extraction. Nothing got in. Nothing got in. Really? I click submit. Okay. Yeah, so, my sideboarding didn't go through apparently. I thought I clicked submit, and it didn't actually happen, as I've just learned, and that is frustrating, because now we lose. He can literally just sit here and play Chasm every turn, allowing me not to deal any more damage until he finds what he needs off loam. So that's such a bummer. Alright, well, great. And he found Ghost Quarter. Yeah, so I never got my board to be like an actual sticking point, so go ahead and mark that as a 1-1. Ooh, that's frustrating. Alright. Lesson of the day. Remember to board. Lesson of the day. Make sure your submission post board actually saved. Alright. So, moving on to round 3. All good, all good. That's completely my fault for not verifying that my board was correctly submitted. But that's alright. We're open for another 4-1. And if that isn't the dream, I don't know what is. Let's see. Thanks again, everyone who's tuned in right now, checking this out. We're moving on to round 3. After having lost the lands, we got to beat up on Steel Stompy in round 1. And so we get to continue forward. It's between us. Oh. Damn. Can we get that round 3 pairing? I can tell if that was a knock or not. Alright. Winter long. It is a long winter. Keep all day, keep. Yo, what's up, man? Sure.
It's time for games to play. Always stay hydrated.
Always stay hydrated. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. Also tell Alex if he wants these.
Oh, I don't think he's on anymore.
Well,
Fair enough. Alright. Thanks, man.
Yeah, proactive solutions, dude. Just remember, you're a champ.
Thanks. Will do. Always good to stay hydrated. It's 2018. We can leave the dehydrated shit in 2017. Alright, so, I live Preordain. Probably a sneak and show player. Glimpse Birch Land. I don't want to glimpse early, I don't think. I'm just gonna get a visionary on the table. Okay. All good for next turn. Ancient Tomb Show and Tell. Just kidding, I was Storm. That'd be sweet. High Tide is, I've actually run into it semi-recently. I think it was 2 weeks ago, where I ran into it into a league. Tomorrow I have the duty of going to test standard with a friend because he's qualified for a local invitational we have in our area that's pretty big. And he needs to get some testing in before February, like 10th or something. But I get to go shuffle some standard cards and pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Luckily it's double format, so he'll be on Legacy as well. Though that's commonly all we play, so he doesn't really need testing there, but he's not even sure who he's playing yet. Oh, it's Storm, okay. Mana. Yeah. Got it. You did it. I wonder what life would have been like if I glimpsed there instead. This seems unnecessary. It is the Time Ball Games Invitational. That's right. I forgot that I'm on their channel. I forget that sometimes. Yeah, Time Ball Games Invitational. They have an open series that leads up to it. You can qualify by getting first or second in one of their open events or compiling enough points to get an invite. And then you play a double format event at the beginning of every year. Cool. Alright, up against Storm, not a favorite matchup. Pretty decent hand. We'll keep it. It's very unlikely that we'll get turn one, so I'm just going to lead off with an Nettle Sentinel, so we have a clock beating back. What is with the basics? This guy really likes his basics. So Birch Lore. Add a black. Oh, cancel. Thoughtseize. Guess we have to take a brainstorm here. 0 mana. So this is what, 4, 7? Yeah, okay, so that's lethal next turn. Ponder, sure. I guess there's an argument to take a Duress, but we'll see. I don't think he can find everything he needs here, so he probably will actually fire off a Duress at me. So I feel kind of silly, but that Brainstorm could have put him in such a better position. Delta fetches, finds a Black Source, Duress me. You found it, you figured it out. Alright, we're just gonna draw another wind spell right now. Hiya! That's not a wind spell. It's close. Right idea. 12 life. Ad nauseum is not really an option anymore. Responses to whatever happens this turn, so I'll just have 6. Okay, draw a card. Not relevant. Choose target creature. Now it's a forest. Attack for some damage. So that's 6 power. Pendelhaven will do it. We just have to not lose here, I guess. And we're on our way to losing. Looks like he's on the cantrip plan. Brudane says bottom, bottom draw, paddle. Ponder says shuffle. Brainstorm says 2 back. Dress me, take glimpse. Pass back. Ah, did not draw what he needed. It's okay, we weren't going to either. Alright. One more. We can do this. We're on the draw, but we can do this. Surgical death. Oh my gosh. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. Okay. Sand is beautiful. It's everything. It's almost everything I need. Deathrite is easily the best clock against this deck. Being able to have his surgical as a reactionary card is also very good. Brainstorm is very powerful, but I didn't want to give him the shuffle. Ponder, sure. Chose shuffle. Drew a card. Probe me, sure. Got Cradle, I guess. Brainstorm, sure. Pop fetch. Play Ponder, sure. So we have basically complete control over the graveyard. With Surgical and Deathrite. If we can just nug him to 12 or lower, we're probably in a good position to win. Because it shuts off a lot of... Oh, okay, this might be a turn where we're just going. Alright, interested to see where this goes. Cabal Writ with 9 cards in yard. We can take him down to 7-6 maybe? Would that put him at 4 black? Options would become a little bit more limited. I think that's the play. So let's eat Brainstorm. Surgically extract dark rituals. And for all 2 and LED are last things in hand. Sure. Okay. Cabal Ritual now resolves. Can just grab tendrils. Yeah, alright. Neat. Yeah, that's game. For sure. I don't know if I could have played that any better. Alright. 1 and 2. And we're just going to run through a 3-2 finish. Yeah, it's Storm. These things happen. I wonder how much different life would have been if my sideboarding had saved for lands. Night, Brandon. Night, Jessica. Have a good night. Alright, so let's see. We just need to grab 2 more wins, and we'll crack open the chest and get our play points back. And then that'll be a good night. Storm is an unfortunate matchup, so is Lands, but Lands would have been a little bit better had I had the ability to just go ahead and, you know, whatever. Now for some tranquil music. Alright, to Mo. For those of you just tuning in, in our first league we did go 4-1, which was a good run. And now we're trying to pick up the pieces and go 3-2 here to grab 120 play points and 1 treasure chest. And we are cracking chests, so we did crack through the 4-1 chests. We didn't find anything amazing. We found I don't know, like 60 play points and a Ash Baron, which is apparently a pauper treasure. But aside from that, just trying to go 3-2. Crack something sweet out of that 1 chest. And it all starts by getting an opponent. It all starts right there. That's all we need. 1 opponent, man. That's it. Thank you guys for bearing with me as well, because I am incredibly tired and had to battle like semi-food poisoning at work today. Didn't get a ton of sleep. Feel generally exhausted. Q1A. Q1A. What? ready for that sweet pairing. Hope we can crack an opponent, right? That would be a good start. Five-minute wait time. Jeez, you guys. What? 5 minutes just passed by. How do you all feel? Personally, I feel pretty good. Alright, we can get to it before 6 minutes, right? Hey, if this tells us anything, it's that people should play more Legacy. It's a good format. It's fun. You don't have to play Elves to play Legacy. In fact, most people like casting Brainstorm. Whoa, weird. I don't get it. I'm not a Brainstorm person. Like, the only time I ever want to play Brainstorm is like right after I'm done playing Elves in a GP. Good to hear. Yeah, and my tradition has been every time I finish a GP run, no matter where I finish, I try to register a side event and play a Brainstorm deck. I did it in New Jersey in 2014. I borrowed Cloudpost. Yes, I know, it's not really a Brainstorm deck. Well, this is the deck. This is how you do that. To never cast Brainstorm. But anyway, I borrowed Cloudpost. I know it's not really a Brainstorm deck, but I played 4 copies of Brainstorm, and I beat, like, Belcher, Burn, and Oops All Spells. It was the weirdest 8-man I've ever seen. In Las Vegas, after I finished, I decided to borrow Miracles. Good thing I did, because Top's banned now, but, wait, not Vegas. Top banning didn't happen then. Or the top ban had already happened? When did top get banned? Yeah. Dude, play Loam. That deck is sweet. Are we really at 7 minutes and 30 seconds? Anyway, I definitely borrowed Miracles. Pretty sure it was Las Vegas. Why am I... But that timeline doesn't match up, right? When was top banned? Was it post Vegas? I feel like I would have seen more Miracles on day 1 if Miracles was still legal. Pretty sure check pile... It was the check pile meta. Yeah, top was banned. How did I play Miracles at that event? Because I definitely brought home that Jones soda with Miracles, I'm pretty sure. That's so weird. I'm gonna ask my friend tomorrow when I go to hang out with him, get to the bottom of this nonsense. Senses, defining top, banning. April 24th, 2017. Yeah, so it was banned before Vegas. I was playing a Brainstorm deck. That's blowing my mind right now. I can't even think about it. Yeah, alright, I'll have to ask my buddy Adam tomorrow when I go and playtest some standard with him. Jeez, man, that's so ridiculous. Because I'm pretty sure I rolled with miracles. Whole tournament wiped away just like that. Don't even know. Alright, 9 minutes and 55 seconds. This is ridiculous. People play Legacy. Come on. I don't think I've waited 10 minutes for a match before. Restarting the timer. We hit 10 minutes. That's a bad omen. Anyway, thanks for sitting there while I painfully thought about that. I don't even know. Oh, that's right. I obtained the soda in Louisville and I used miracles there. That makes way more sense, because that was January 2017. I just had my tournaments mixed up. I don't think I played an event post my Vegas run, actually. Yeah, that's right, because I was bummed out. I was 9-1 on day 2. And then I just got totally destroyed. I got paired up against Jody Keith on lands, and he had turn 1 Molten Vortex both games. And then I played against Reanimator and got dumpstered, and then I played against Ant and got dumpstered, and then Reanimator dumpstered, and Ant then dumpstered, and I was just like, pew, 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 pew. Go down. Day 1 I had played all fair decks, which brought me to an 8-1 record. I had only dropped Eldrazi because they had a nut straw in game 3, where they were able to get off double TKS, JIT, just get going. That's not even true. I didn't even play all fair decks on day 1. I played against Sneak and Ant and beat them both. The Ant player was incredibly unlucky. He brainstorm locked himself. And the Sneak player came down to the wire in game 3. And he didn't draw what he needed off his last ponder with a sneak attack that was out and resolved, and I just had lethal on table. And he pondered, shuffled, drew. It was a land, and he was done. Crazy game. Crazy tournament. Vegas will always be really memorable to me because I was riding high, being able to be 8-1 after day 1. Come on. Is anyone playing Legacy right now? Am I just playing at a weird time? This isn't normal. Usually there are people here. So, here we are, waiting continuously for this pairing. I guess I'll pull up the deck again. Again, I'm a 60 card Elf player. Probably considered a heretic in that community. Just kidding. But I do have a bunch of... It's basically Julian's List, almost, with some personal changes. I cannot do the 2 natural order thing. I don't get it. I never will get it. I do like 2 Nissa, but I just didn't find the room. I think 1 is fine, since the blue matchup is already pretty heavily weighted. Crop rotation, really like that piece. Had been a late buy-in for that. I really liked it. I don't know, maybe next week I'll throw together Julian 61. It's pretty easy to put together, since I'm already like kind of there. This has been riveting. Thanks for letting me all talk at you. Or talk at all of you. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh, 14 minutes later and not a day late. Alright, what do we got? Winter long. No? Baron X. Perfect. It's like Baroness, except it's Baron X. Alright. Happy to play some Magic. I'd say it's actually like, it looked gross for like half a second, and then I looked again. And I'm okay with it. We don't need the black mana for anything, so we'll just fetch basic forest and begin with Deathrite Shaman. Usually a pretty solid state start. Pass it back to our friend here. Tundra. Ponder. Alright, so Stoneblade or Miracles or Landstill, there's some options for sure. Let's go QR. Go Pendlehaven. Actually leave Pendlehaven out for now. Go Heritage Shred. So it's definitely apparent that Force of Will is present. So our opponent appears to be pondering whether this Heritage Shred resolves. It does. We'll pass back. We'll see what we have to offer next. Did not keep a Terminus on top. Oh, chose to shuffle with Ponder. Should have kept track of that earlier. Alright, Scalding Torrent comes down. We will see a Brainstorm? Oh, Port. Okay, so we are Miracles. I've been pretty okay with this matchup. Wowza, yeah, we got a pairing. Isn't that cool? It's like the greatest thing that's ever happened. Alright, so my fears are realized. It was a Terminus. Not a lot we can do there. Kinda just have to accept the fact that we got unlucky. Our hand is not phenomenal. Yeah, no, that definitely resolves. Alright. Deathrite's back. Back to play. Awesome. Search for Ozcanta. And another Portent. We went top. Alright, it's not Preordain. Never mind. That was Preordain. Just put 3 cards back, drawing that upkeep back to us. Did find Dryad Arbor. We'll get our beats in. Always yield. Keep holding control, that's my issue. Alright. Whoa, what a fetch land. It's a weird one. Cast Visionary. Go to combat. Attack. Pump. Pass. Brainstorm, end of turn. Pretty good. Windswept Heath is such a weird fetch. Alright, search. Keeps it up top, draws a card, it's Terminus, surprise. How many Termini does it take? There's a counterbalance. Put this here. Let's go get a 1-drop. Force pitch counterspell without checking. Decided not to place. Oh wow. Jeez. That's painful. How many angels is that? 3 angels, alright. So go Visionary. Vision is scary. Revealed Terminus. Great. If you want to play it, be my guest. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go for it next turn, I guess. Assuming that we have a creature to start. Okay, so Snapcaster Mage was the revealed card. Grab Cradle. And begin. does have Brainstorm. It's a 2-drop, huh? Or a 1-drop, huh? Whoa, are we getting that lucky? Yep, Force of Will meets our friend QR comes down. Untap, bounce. Alright, we're gonna try. One card left in hand. Did not put a Jace on top. Critter Hoof Behemoth comes down. Did we win here? The hoof is unexpectedly absent. Good game. Alright. Well played, well played. Okay, choke. Nissa decays. Surgicals. Natural orders. Crater hoof. Battle. Quarian. Yeah, that was a little bit rough there. I do like Thoughtseizes in the matchup. That'll Wink cut 1 heritage. I don't know if we need to go heavy on the decay actually. Let's bring 1 heritage back in. Let's try this. Start Dryad Arbor. I'm hoping to just slam a choke and be like, did you have force? Because if your force is an early choke, it's fine. Drew a miracle there. Yeah. Do want to try to resolve the early choke. chase force out of the hand, to prep for Glimpse of Nature. Rex Sage gets to eat. Okay, Ponder. One blue, one white. One blue. Yes, you can flash in Containment Priest. That is a legal play. Let's grab Birch Brow. I guess I'll take Supreme Verdict. Thing in the Ice is an interesting ad. So what, now you can Snapcaster back a Ponder? Sure. Ponder said do not shuffle. We have the mana. 3. We don't. I messed up. If I had bounced that. Yeah, I messed that up. I could have had 5 mana had I not played that poorly. Alright, whatever. Oh well. We have Nissa Resolve anyway. enough to live past that. It's a good thing I brought in decays. I wonder if this works. I've never tried this. Huh. It does work. That's cool. So how about this one? Force pitching thing in the ice. Gonzo. Send all the 1/1s forward. Teach our opponent how to read. Alright, this looks pretty good for us. Buddy, stop doing that. No point in playing the birch lore out. Okay. Game 3. I didn't see any hate bears. Decay looked a little bit silly. I don't know. It's fine. Just in case. Alright, let's try this again. I like this build. Alright. Game 3 versus Miracles. Whoa. Triple symbiote. This is good. You know what? This is fine. Like, I like having all kinds of insurance against Terminus and Swords. I don't like that it's a little bit slow and the Arbor is, like, open to, some nonsense, but whatever. I'm not gonna fire off the Thoughtseize because of, the turn 1, hold up Brainstorm play, but I am gonna play Symbiote. Then we're gonna pass back. EOT Brainstorm. We were talking about this earlier. It's like, I guess if they're trying to find a land, but still, you're kind of like seeing less cards than you could have. I don't see. If you're trying to land a turn 2 balance, I guess I get it, but it's like, why not untap, draw a card, brainstorm, dig one deeper, and find a fetch land, and put back garbage you don't want, and shuffle it up. But Miracles is a whole different beast, I suppose. There's probably merit to this play, and I don't know, because I'm not on that side of the table. It's the artist thing. It's like being able to judge whether an opponent's plays are good or not, just based on hand and everything. You have to believe there's a reason. Yeah, a little bit. He definitely did really well in game 1, put me down, but I don't know. Yeah, there were a few things where it was kind of like, eh. Like, definitely not understanding how Symbiote worked, like putting a bunch of removal at my guys, or Echoing Truth my DRSs just to like slow down the clock. Yeah, there were some questionable plays for sure, but game 1 he seemed to pretty much have everything together. Let's go to combat. See if we can scare a Snapcaster out or something. I don't like Thought Seizing into open mana, so I think I'm gonna just play Heritage Rune Pass. See, add another Brainstorm. Yeah, so I don't know, like, if that was his play, I definitely would have just drawn one more card and done it during the main phase. Yeah, I guess that's happening. Not super worried about that. Alright, first Terminus down. Oh boy. We got the quick clock on us. Let's see what's going on. Such a ponder. This might be an early night. Our hand looks substantially weaker. Our opponent missed a combat step though, so anything's possible, I guess. Not pretty. Green Ranger needs to come off the top if we have a chance, if we have any hope at getting out of this. Yep, got the combat step in. Okay, that's what I asked for, so. And there's the plow. Jeez. That looks like it's game. Resolving double Mentor was insane. We didn't even see Mentor in game 2. Snap Plow. GG, friend. Alright. A little bit of a rough one to end on, but such is the way of life. To a 1-3 drop. Hey, it definitely happens, you know. Can't win them all. If you could, everybody would be on the deck. So, again, we had a 4-1 in the beginning, which was good, and then just a unfortunate series of events leading up to this 1-3. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Time Vault Games stream. I'll be back next Wednesday with more content. This stream is headed to YouTube right afterwards. If you haven't gotten the opportunity to check it out, Elven Metal on YouTube is the place to go. I'll post a link in the chat here. I've got plenty of leagues up, so if you are curious about more Elves games in the current meta, I definitely have them for you. Let me go ahead and just throw that in there. My channel. Boom. Yep, so if you want to give more Elves videos a look, check it out. It's got some great games in there, great times, some sad times, but, you know, I like to put everything up. Thanks again for tuning in and checking it out, and have a great rest of your night, you guys.